The crypto market has currently reached a market cap of $2.56 trillion. The market is up 6% right now. Bitcoin is above $66,900 and Ethereum is above $3,500. The market cap of USD Tether is over $114.3 billion and USDC is currently over $34.1 billion. Money is returning to the stablecoin markets on both sides. XRP is currently ranked 8th at 58 cents. It has dropped by 1.2% in the last 24 hours, but it has increased by 10.5% over the past 7 days. The price range is quickly fluctuating between 61 cents and 58 cents, and we are currently at 58 cents. We need to closely monitor this situation. There is a lot to cover today. The numbers are not good. Bank of America, Citigroup, and Goldman Sachs have reported losses of $4.1 billion due to a significant increase in unrecoverable debts among U.S. credit providers. This should be a big sign for all of us. Unrecoverable debt sounds like credit card debt. This means a loss of over $4.1 billion for some of the biggest players in the U.S., so trouble is on the way. In a new statement before the Financial Services Committee, Janet Yellen stated that the increasing use of sanctions by the U.S. to freeze the assets of sovereign states is driving countries away from the world's reserve currency. We are in trouble, folks. This was something we realized 2 years ago, and now it's finally hitting the head of the U.S. Treasury. I don't know what to think about Janet Yellen's stance on this issue. I don't understand, and Janet is not alone. Many appointed and elected officials feel like they can say really dumb and inadequate things. You are the U.S. Treasury Secretary. What do you mean you are just realizing this now? On July 21, 2024, you are just now understanding that sanctions are driving countries away. Janet, we're going to have to give you a raise, dumbass. Honestly, if this is the best our country has to offer, we are in trouble. Recently, a disruption in SWIFT affected the European Central Bank and many institutions worldwide. This incident, which lasted several hours on Thursday, July 18th, also impacted the Bank of England, according to the Financial Times. This SWIFT versus Ripple issue has been debated for a long time, and in 2017, SWIFT was not prepared for cyber attacks on its own customers. Remember, since 2012, Ripple's XRP ledger has processed 0.8 billion transactions without failure or security breach. Yes, the difference in technology is here. The competition between SWIFT and Ripple is a serious matter. And remember that MasterCard also takes it seriously. MasterCard CEO Michael Miebach said in 2022 that SWIFT might not exist in 5 years, and by then, they had already partnered with Ripple for central bank digital currencies. There are big pressures on the geopolitical stage, and the U.S. Treasury Secretary is just realizing that these sanctions are hurting the U.S. dollar. Watch out, world, with this speed and intellect. BRICS has been on this for many years, using the oil and gas resources in their countries to bring down the US dollar from its world reserve currency status. When Janet Yellen realized that these SWIFT sanctions were hurting the US dollar, BRICS had already figured it out. Ripple's aim is to be the #1 digital asset infrastructure provider for financial services. This means creating the core components needed for enterprises to integrate blockchain into their business. Meanwhile, the stablecoin market has reached $65.93 billion with USD Tether and USDC. It will be interesting to see how these numbers change when US legislation comes out and if it mirrors what micro-regulations are doing by pushing USD Tether out of the world's largest economies. When will we see the real USD? Brad Garlinghouse said somewhere around the end of the third quarter. State Street, a major player in traditional finance, is considering launching its own stablecoin. Ripple's XRP ledger stablecoin might create new opportunities. This will become clear when we reach the end of the first phase of Ripple's lawsuit. I am very excited about Ripple launching the new real NES dollar stablecoin, and euro stablecoin. XRP aims to retest 70 cents. Dark Defender says, we are at 60 cents, but we could see a drop as low as 49 cents, so we need to be careful. A Bitcoin maximalist stated that XRP could reach $80 after the lawsuit ends. This is something we need to follow closely. At this stage, we are in the process where Judge Annalisa Torres will issue a ruling. This could be a settlement that makes the case final. We need to watch closely whether it will proceed to the next phase. And so we came to the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.